everybody and my fellow friends from Ipoh. Salam Reformasi, Selamat Sejahtera. A very good evening. It's indeed my honor to be here today to share with you some of my findings about a little known company as well a few years back, but now it became very popular. It's called One Malaysia Development Berhad. Before that, just to introduce myself briefly, my name is Chean Chung, born and actually grown up in Kuantan. I am a totally Malaysian-made product. I graduated from Multimedia University for my degree in Electronics Engineering, and I obtained my master in Transportation and Logistics. You might find that is little relevance to what we are discussing today, because 1MDB has nothing to do, not much with transportation and logistics. It's mainly a financial games. But I did study went through some subjects about finance, so I will use my little knowledge to dissect, but of course for more important aspects and insights, I'll leave it to William and Akma, of course, to give you more information about it. So, by the way, I was chased out by Anan Yaakob last year, but I'll be going back next week. So yeah, I'm taking a short break these few days to be here before I go back to the day one. I'm just going to show a few simple slides to give you a very simple and easy to understand pictures about one MDB. Anyone knows like One Malaysia Development Berhad? Just some background, it was actually an idea in year 2009 after 2008 election. The idea was molded by, it was actually initially, it's meant to start in Terengganu as a sovereign wealth fund, taking oil money, invest and preserve the value of our oil. But later, as we realized as well, Malaysia, we did produce oil, but we also consume a lot. We are not a major oil producing country. So what we are talking about, sovereign wealth, yeah, since we have consumed almost, we are still a net exporter of oil, but very soon, few years later, we will become a net importer of oil. So it actually makes little meaning about what sovereign fund is, yeah, the meaning of sovereign wealth fund. But 1MDB, after they molded the idea, started operation, yeah, it was injected, yeah, billions of dollars into this fund, and they ventured into many businesses, yeah, little known to us, yeah, but I'm sure you know about the land in Sungai Besi Airport, Tun Razak Exchange, yeah, in the golden triangle or the city center of Kuala Lumpur, very precious lands. They were given to 1MDB for development purposes. Yeah. At the same time, we heard also ventures with Petrol, Saudi, and with they have also ventured into power sectors. And the latest news would be they are planning to lease their power sectors in Bursa market, yeah, which is valued at billions of dollars as well. But we might wonder, yeah, what this company is doing and why the company needs this 1MDB to help the people. So a few years later, after 2009, we can see that the company actually turned into a disaster, a near disaster, if not a disaster. The accumulated debts is as high as 36 billion now. And the financial liability to the government is 19.5 billion. I'm sure you have been following Rafizi and Tony Pua's a very active, yeah, participation and follow-up in the parliament on what is it about. Initially, the government said they will only cover a few billions of, they only guaranteed few billions of 1MDB's asset, yeah. But after a few rounds of follow-up, yeah, it seems like it's getting bigger and bigger, and that worries the public and taxpayers a lot. The losses, latest losses in 2004 also amounted to more than 600 million. So all these are very big figures. Lee Kang told us, I mean, even we seldom deal with so many zeros in our daily life. But just to give you a picture, and also to share with you all, a big corporation scandal, I will put it that way, is not new to Malaysia, especially to younger generation. Many might not know. As early as year 1983, you still remember? There is a scandal called Bumiputra Malaysia Finance in Hong Kong, and someone got murdered. So it's a very dramatic scandal that happened in Hong Kong. Someone siphoned out the money, as much as $1 billion by a prominent figure to his personal account. So when we sent someone to investigate the case in Hong Kong, the guy was murdered. So even then, the balloon, the size of the balloon actually show you the size of the value or the asset involved in this scandal. So even that, it's only 1 billion. I would say only lah, but compared to 1 billion is a lot. But compared to 1 MDB, it's like ping pong ball with basketball. And year 2007, I'm sure you still remember, Port Klang Free Zone, 4 billion of losses. We have minister that say this is a good project. The lands were initially bought at very cheap value per square feet, and sold at a much higher value. So the development also turned into a disaster and eventually cost us a lot of money. But even then, Port Klang Free Zone compared to 1 MDB is nothing. So Tony Kwok is right to put it that it's the mother of all scandals. This is so far we make record, Malaysia Boleh. This is going to get very big, and it will get bigger. And given the downturn and the economic risk that the world is facing, I'm sure next year is not only challenging for the public. I know that we all have to pay 6% GST starting 1st April. But likewise for big corporations, the competitions, the drop of oil price, and and also the raw materials, globally, will give very significant impact to many corporations, which amongst others include 1 MDB. How big is the loan? Just to give you a figure, a very easy comparison. With 20 billion, we can easily build 40 public hospitals. We have one public hospital here in Ipoh, right? So times 40. As many as that, and it's enough to build 15 universities. And not to mention, if you want to convert our PTPTN loan into scholarship, we want to reduce our car price and all that, it can be done with all this money. But we are using this money as an investment vehicle, so-called, to help to increase the value and make strategic investment for the government. But look at it, I'm going to share it later, what 1MDB is doing. They are buying power sectors, they are buying IPPs. It's very traditional business. It has nothing to do with strategic investment. It is only buying old power plants, combine them together and plan to lease it to Busan. Another comparison, good comparison, because now is a BR1M season. I'm sure most of our friends or some of our people in Ipoh are busy filling up forms for BR1M, right? So BR1M, every year the government is giving out about 4 billion. Each of us will get how much? Not us lah, I mean those that are deserved. Most of you look very rich here, so it's okay. So it's equivalent to about 4 billion. But only the loan interest, the loan interest is nothing to do with the asset value and all that, but to service the loan, it's amounted to 3.76 billion. It's about the same as what government is paying to the rakyat on BR1M. So you can imagine the size. And at the same time, as we know, the government has a lot of borrowing, right? We borrow locally, we issue local bonds, we also borrow from using foreign currencies. So every month, the government has to service the loans. Yeah? The value of the loan is also very big because it's the entire government that is making the borrowing. But if you can see later, I'm going to show you, an investment bank is managing the transaction or the raising the loan, the loan for 1MDB. The interest or the fees that this company is getting is equivalent to what the government is servicing every month. The loan that government is servicing every month. So imagine the transaction is really humongous. This is a news. It's reported by not Suara Keadilan, not Haraka, but reported by The Star. So I'm sure that carries some weights. And stated that bulk of 1MDB loans guaranteed by government. And interesting enough, this news actually is published in April this year. It's stated clearly here, indeed, before the argument between Tony Pua, Rafizi, and our Deputy Minister, Ahmad Mazlan. Here already stated more than 2/3 of 1MDB total borrowings of 36.25 billion are supported by guarantees either from the government, the company itself, which is entirely owned by the Minister of Finance Incorporated, or backed by its partners from Abu Dhabi. Yeah, that clearly shows that government has a lot of stake and has to bear a lot of responsibilities, yeah, from any risk incurred by this company. Is it wise to put all chickens, all eggs, yeah, into this basket? So what went wrong? I'm just going quickly. I'm sure other speakers will go into more detail about this. So the net loss is about 600 over million, as I've shown before. And the thing that puzzles us, including myself, is that why put all the money into an island called Cayman Island? Cayman Island is a tax haven, for your information. Yeah, it's just like our Labuan. You know that, right? We can park our money, we can register a company, and we can get away, yeah, with many taxes. And for accounting and financial purpose, yeah, many companies actually put their base in Cayman Island. This is first thing, it's a tax haven. The second thing is that it's very, you can, if you park your company there, you can literally guarantee that the information will not leak out. Yeah, it's very secretive. So if you're putting your own personal money into Cayman Island, okay lah, no problem. Yeah, but this is public money, or this is money guaranteed by the government. Why we want to put the money into Cayman Island? Why not put it in Malaysia? Yeah, why such secretive action? And second thing, if we park tens of billions of dollars in Malaysia, that is enough to create job opportunities. That is enough to hire, yeah, more people, accountants, and it's one of the biggest, yeah, IPO. If the power sector gets listed in Malaysia, it's one of the biggest IPO, and that creates a lot of opportunities, yeah, for our people to practice, to improve our financial skills. But why put it in Cayman Island? Yeah, this is a very important question. And not just that, apart from that, 9.7 billion is managed by a company in Hong Kong called Bridge Partners. Yeah, it sounds like a very established company, but it's a little known company. Not many people know what is Bridge Partner. And we are parking 9.7 billion, 1MDB is parking 9.7 billion in Hong Kong. So after, yeah, Rafizi fire in the parliament, and Tony Pua also thrown out a lot of questions, and public pressure started to build out. Now they say, okay, I will bring back the money from Cayman Island back to Malaysia. So how much? Bringing back lah, yeah, on the way, yeah, belum sampai. So that is really something. I mean, as concerned citizens, as taxpayers, we have to be really worried about. I'm sure some of you might be pensioners. If you are pensioners, you might be very familiar with Kumpulan Wang Persaraan, because this kumpulan is managing your pensions. Pension, yeah. So KWAP, we also lend money. Yeah, we use our pensions money, we lend it to 1MDB, and it's quite a lot, it's 4 billion. Portland Free Zone, the losses is only 4.3 billion. So this is already 4 billion. Lend it to 1MDB. Initially, the purpose is to buy a company at a country that we are very familiar with, Mongolia. Yeah. So this company is a mining company. It's called Coal and Energy. It did not materialize. So if I borrow money from you, I say I want to buy a building. Okay. But after that, it did not materialize. So I must return the money, or I must state what are other purposes that I'm making use of this money, right? But we all are not sure. The money is still there with 1MDB, but no one knows how they are spending this money. Will it affect your pension? This is a political question. I leave it to you. Well, here am I hope I will not receive any lawyer letters. Goldman Sachs is a very prominent investment bank, and it's not. It's a public information where transactions, where when 1MDB wants to raise more money because they need money. So if you are a rich people, you can raise money at a very low interest rate. If you are rich, even bank will come to you. Bank will usually come to you and give you umbrella when there is no rain. So when there is raining, it's very difficult. Yeah, they will not. They will shy away from you. So 10% fees, handling fees, to raise some fund for 1MDB, and Goldman Sachs take a 10% cut. 10% is a lot. Yeah? TNB raised some fund before. The transaction cost or the fees they are collecting is only 2%. And MAS, imagine MAS now, right? We're talking about restructuring and all that. They raised some fund and it's only 0.5%. What is that 10% about? It's a huge figures. I'm not sure anyone borrow along here. Yeah? It's something like that. So after that, not only that, if I am not mistaken, and correct me if I'm wrong, the money is used to purchase power assets, power plants. So they bought Tanjung, IPP, I'm sure you know, right? It's owned by Tycoon. Genting Sanyet also owned by another Tycoon. We have many billionaires in Malaysia. Yeah. It's overpriced. There is a report run by The Age that says Ananda Krishnan can easily pocket in about 2 billion from the transaction. And I'm just going to read through comments by very experienced power sectors executive that say the Malaysia's IPP are actually of build, own, operate and transfer type. That means I give you concession to build the power plant and I will pay you because I have to buy back the electricity from you, right? There is a guarantee. But after the contract expires, basically, if I don't renew your contract, I can buy your plant at a very cheap price. Here they say something like 100 ringgit. Because you would have made enough money, during that period. Then after that, you will surrender back the plant to me. In this case, will be TNB, and TNB will continue to operate it. So that is called BOT, build, operate, transfer. So the problem is that what 1MDB purchased, most of the IPPs, they have less than 7 years of concession period left. So kalau we can tunggu lagi 7 tahun, the IPP is almost free. And there is one plant that will expire in 2016. How many years more? 2 years more. But instead of waiting and getting almost like a very good bargain for TNB, 1MDB step in and purchase it at a very, very high price. So, therefore, he said, selling their aging plants to 1MDB earned them an unexpected windfall running into tens of billion ringgit. So they pocket in a lot already. What about the people? And the more critical question is that, will electricity tariff goes up again? Yeah? Because TNB will suffer. After that, they have to continue Yeah, and 1MDB being a government invested agency, yeah, then is that very natural that the government will extend the IPP contract so that IMDB is spared, yeah, from losses? So eventually they will turn to taxpayers again. 6% GST is not enough. Yeah, they need more. So this is one thing. And this is a report run by Bloomberg, not by me. Goldman said to earn $500 million US. This is what I said before. Only to arrange Malaysia bond. And some of the very important transactions are One Malaysia Development Berhad. I can read you the lines here. Goldman Sachs Group made about $500 million US arranging 3 bond sales in the past year for One Malaysia Development Berhad. The state investment fund led by Prime Minister Najib Razak, said a person familiar with the matter. So the bankers, they pocket in, the tycoons, they pocket in, and I'm sure there are some other people, yeah, that benefit from this. So what went wrong again? The Sungai Besi airport land, yeah, is below price, and they undergone the spiral revaluation every year, because when there is a losses and when I want to report it, if I re-evaluate the value of the land, as you know, the KL land is increasing every year, right? So if I re-evaluate it, I can catch up. I can actually narrow my losses. Tun Razak Exchange also given below price and spiral revaluation. And later, not many of us also are aware, Ernst & Young and KPMG, initially they were the accountant and auditor for 1MDB, but they resigned. They resigned. I don't know why they resigned. If there's a money to make, why resign, right? Something, I'm not sure. And the question now is that they are going, they say they want to lease the power sector, yeah, as early as late last year. But until today, according to The Age and some other papers, they say documentation, yeah, documentations are not ready. So when their power sectors will be listed, and will there be any subscribers next year given economic downturn? Yeah, it's not easy. So basically, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very serious issue that Malaysians are facing. But many of us are not informed, are not well informed about what's happening. And there is a saying, if you want to commit a crime, or if you want to do something that achieves your personal interest, there are 3 ways. So the most stupid way would be, you achieve your personal interest, but people will curse you, right? So they curse you for years. This is the worst way. And the second, the better way would be, you get something out of it, and then the people are confused about what is it about. What is the best way? You achieve something, people will still be thankful, and say thank you to you, and they will kiss you goodbye. So this is the smartest crime if they want to commit. If, I say if. But I think in conclusion, many are confused. Many are confused on 1MDB scandals, and that's why we are here to give you some insights. And to add to the confusion, they will run some corporate social responsibility, right? Just to look good. So they build orang asli houses. I don't know why they don't give it to Kementerian to build orang asli houses, but 1MDB is taking initiative to build it. And they give Haji pilgrimage, go for Hajj. Of course it's good. Klinik Bergerak Satu Malaysia. Why not done by Helping Sri? Why by 1MDB? And also Terima is another scheme. So in short, is all this CSR a cover up? They are taking billions from you and they give you something back. And you still be thankful and kiss them goodbye. So this is my question thrown to the public. And thank you very much. Later if you have questions.